All right, guys, a vented relief valve. What is a vented relief valve? Let's say we have a hydraulic system, electric motor, hydraulic pump. We have two directional valves in this example, hook up to the same pump, and one regular relief valve, right? So in this operation like this, let's say for the reason of this example, we're gonna operate one cylinder at a time. So when cylinder one, let's say this is cylinder one, operates, cylinder two, it stays still, doesn't move, and then when cylinder two operates, cylinder one stays still, doesn't move. The pressure valve sets the maximum operating pressure. Let's say this valve has operation system operation of, let's gonna say 3,000 psi, and this pump over here, let's say it's a 20 GPM pump, right? So when this system is in a neutral position, let's call it, the cylinders are not moving, they just stay still. In a circuit like this, in normal position, what you have is 20 GPM of oil, 20 GPM over here, unloading through a relief valve that is set at 3,000 psi. If you leave the system like this, over time this is gonna heat up. You know, it's gonna create heat, and you're wasting energy, you're wasting electricity, you are creating heat in the system and overheating the system. So in a situation like this, is often, you know, not often, but let's say a solution for a situation like this is to vent a relief valve. And let's say you vent a relief valve like this. You use the pilot line of a pilot operated valve, of a relief valve. You use the pilot line and you hook up a directional control valve. In a normal position, this valve is normally closed. So the oil is closed over here, and the pilot line is closed. So that means the valve is able to generate the 3,000 psi in the system. Now, if you actionate this valve over here, and let's say you have your normal position in which both valves are in the center position, and then you have pressure building through the relief valve, and then you say, you know what, at that moment I want to actionate this valve, and I'm gonna shift it. In that moment, you are allowing the pilot line to be vented to the reservoir. That means at that moment, the relief valve is not able to build the 3,000 psi settings that you have. It only builds the 3,000 psi setting when you have the vented valve or the pilot line closed. At that moment, it's able to build the 3,000 psi, and if you vent the pilot line to the reservoir, then it's no longer able to build the 3,000 psi. The relief valve opens at minimum pressure, and what it does is that you unload the 20 GPM at minimum system pressure, and you're not generating that much heat in the system. You know, you're saving horsepower, you're saving electricity, and you're not generating that much heat. Is it going to heat up? You know, yes, it's going to heat up a little bit. It's always some minimum pressure to open the relief valve, but it saves you a lot of horsepower. It saves you from overheating the system, and that is the reasoning of why you want to vent a relief valve. So that is how you vent it. In order to do this, you need a pilot operated relief valve. You're not going to be able to do it with in this situation like this with a direct acting relief valve. You need a pilot operated relief valve to do it, and you vent the pilot line from the relief valve. So anyway, guys, this is the video for today. Thank you very much for your attention. Any questions you may have, leave it in the comments below. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.